I'm Steve Max, aka Max the Mentor, and I started this journey 2.5 years ago, just like where you're at today, wondering how do I make money online? Wondering, how can I make an extra stream of income? And maybe in this season you've been impacted by all of the negativity and things happening that are outside of our control. Here's what I'll tell you. Listen, you can only control what you can control, right? But here's the beauty of the power of the internet, is that even in a time like this, where so many people are shut down, you can be earning income online. You could be earning income from home. You see, guys, I'm grateful that I took this journey 2.5 years ago, because today, even in the midst of a COVID world, even in the midst of uncertainty and unrest, guess what, guys? My income continues to increase. My impact continues to increase, because I've decided to make a stance and make a move. And you're going to have that opportunity today as well at the end of this call to be able to make a decision for yourself and for your future and for your family. We're going to be talking about some things. Here's a couple of things I want you to know from the beginning. Number one is what I'm going to share with you is very real. Banks are already doing this. You've already partaken in this. You probably just didn't know about it, right? And so it's very real, but you're going to have to make it real for you. You're going to have to decide if you're going to partake in what we're talking about today. Another thing is, listen, I'm not an investor. We are not an investment company. I just want to share with you how you can partake in the biggest financial markets in the world, give you some tools, give you a community, give you some mentorship and education, and empower you to do your trading for yourself, right? So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys for just a brief moment, and then I'm going to go ahead and invite one of my mentors up here so that he can share with you guys a few very, very important details on how you can get equipped in the biggest financial market in the world. Now, I like to start off with this concept. How would you feel if you had total control over your life? How would you feel if you had total control over your finances, total control over your time? Right? There's many people right now that feel out of control because maybe they had a job that just recently let them go. Maybe you've gone through some of that. Maybe you've gone and been a part of a company that's now holding back and letting people go or not giving them as many hours, right? And listen, guys, I don't know about you, but I've known a lot of people that their unemployment checks take months and months to come. So a lot of people feel out of control right now. What if you could take back control of your time and your money? What if you could take control of how you can impact other people? A sad statistic is 85% of people don't feel happy or fulfilled at the job that they currently have. And that's sad because you spend close to 30-something% of your life at a job. Now, you see, there's 4 main ways that people earn income. 60% of people work for someone else. Nothing wrong with that, except that you'll never get to everywhere you want to go working for somebody else. Even top paid CEOs, right? They're not in control of their time, right? 60% of people are like those people that, guys, are unhappy, unfulfilled wherever it is that they're working today. 35% of people, they learn a skill set. These are doctors, lawyers, even real estate agents, insurance agents like I was. And the challenge with these things is they pay well, but if you don't go to work tomorrow, you will not get paid. And so what do we do to become financially free? Well, we really only have 2 options. Number one is become a business owner. A business owner is a person that owns a system that makes money whether or not they show up tomorrow, right? How would it feel to have an additional $600, $1,000, $2,000 a month coming in each and every month, regardless if you show up or not? We're going to share with you a way how you can do that. And now we're going to focus in on the top 1%. These are people that learn how to multiply money with their money, right? I want you to think back at all the money that you've earned over the years, all the money that maybe has gone through your bank account. How much has that money made you? Most likely, not a whole lot. Most companies or most banks, guys, are paying less than 1%. All right, for the accounts that are in people's savings account, usually close to about 0.25%. So imagine that, right? So here's the deal. If we're going to become investors, where are we going to invest in? Are we going to invest in the stock market like everyone else, which, by the way, we've seen right now how the stock market is very volatile and people are losing money in their retirement accounts and, in their IRAs, Roth IRAs, right? And traditional IRAs, right? And I'm not saying there's anything against that, but it's not the only way. So if we're going to multiply our money, where are we going to multiply our money at? Well, for me, It's a very easy answer to that question. I want to be in markets that are limitless, markets that are going to do well in a good economy or a bad economy. I want to work in markets that literally have no cap to what I can do and when I can work them. And so listen, I started this journey because I wanted to know about how to make money online. And what I found was this beautiful market called the foreign exchange. It's the most limitless potential for income that I've ever seen. And now we can't guarantee you anything, but what I can tell you is there is no cap, no limit to what you can achieve here. It's the most powerful market in the world. It's been around longer than you and I have been alive, and our banks are already trading our money on the foreign exchange. If you've ever gone to another country or ever want to go to another country, you got to exchange your money for their money, right? And that's called, you get an exchange rate, and that's on what's called the foreign exchange, exchanging one currency for another, right? So it's simple as that, right? You can exchange other things on there too, like gold and oil, but the main thing we're going to focus on is different types of currencies, fiat money. Now, how big is this market? See, the stock market moves in hundreds of billions of dollars a day, but this market moves in over $5 trillion a day. It's the biggest financial market in the world, and if it wasn't for the Forex market, there would be no stock market. Also, this is a market that's open 24 hours a day, right? So that means that even while you're at work, right, you can get off of work and still trade in this market. Traditional day traders in the stock market, they can only trade from 9 to 5, traditionally when you are at work or working at a job. Here, you can do it late at night, early in the morning, in the middle of the day. This market is open, guys, 24 hours a day for you to partake in this market. Now, here's the biggest thing about the foreign exchange market. This blew me away. And when you hear this at first, you're going to be like, I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense. That's okay. What I want you to understand is on this chart is literally the solution to every financial problem you've ever had. You see, the Forex market works like this, guys. Doesn't matter if price goes up or down. Doesn't matter if the dollar goes down today or goes up tomorrow. You can make money on down moves and on up moves. You see, what we want to know is when the market's going to move, right? It's not like traditional investing where you have to buy something, hold it, and then sell it when it goes up. What if you can short it? What if you can sell it? What if you can make money on the way down? You see, in the Forex market, there's something called pips, points and percentage. And these points is all you got to do. You got to catch these points. It's kind of like a video game where you need to catch as many points as you can in order to win. Let's say the market drops or goes up 100 points. If you do it at 10 cents a point, you just made $10, right? If the market moves 100 points, whether up or down, you know it's going up or down. You enter that trade. You do it at $1 a point, you just made $100. Now, if you can make an extra $100 a day on your phone, how many of you would be interested in that, right? But now check how limitless this is. You could do the same transaction, whether the market goes up or down, and do it at $10 a point. And my friends, on a 100-point move, you just made $1,000, right? So I want you to picture this. On your phone, you could learn something that can make you potentially $1,000 in one trade. If you could learn how to do that, would it be worth learning a chart? Would it be worth getting education on the financial market so you know how to exchange one currency for another, literally by pressing buttons on an app? By the way, everything I'm talking about today, you're going to be able to start by a demo account, which means you don't have to put real money. You're going to practice on a fake account, Monopoly money, in order to get your feet wet. And your first account can be as small as $50, $100, $200. You don't need a lot of money to do this, guys. You're going to start with a practice account, a small account, and then grow it over time. 3% a day will keep the 9 to 5 away, and you'll be shocked at what you can do with a $100 account in only 12 to 24 months to become financially free. It's absolutely unbelievable. Now, the last thing I'm going to mention is this. There is a market growing towards $1 trillion market. It's become a global form of payments. You've maybe heard of it. I know Chase Bank's coming out with their own. Facebook is wanting to get in it. Also, the United States government is even working on issuing its own. What am I talking about? I'm talking about digital currencies. You see, my friends, there is this wave of digital currencies, also known as cryptocurrencies, right? Bitcoin being the granddaddy of them all since 2009, right? Came out. Guys, listen, digital currencies are a wave of the future. We're seeing a huge wealth transfer through them, and you need to get up to date because when the United States government is working on their own digital currency, the question is, why haven't you gotten involved and why haven't you gotten started with digital currencies and learning about it? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and get out of the way. All I want you to get from my portion, guys, is there's two major markets in the world. The foreign exchange market, biggest market in the world where all currencies and other things like gold and oil are traded. You can trade it right from your smartphone. Also, there's the digital currency market where it's taking over, it's revolutionizing money, and you should get involved and could get involved with it literally by educating yourself and knowing how to get started. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pass it to a friend of mine who literally, he's the one that introduced me to the platform that's educated me on this, literally gave me the tools to be able to do this, literally gave me the opportunity for me to be able to create a massive, massive income and impact literally hundreds and thousands of people around the world with this information. So I'm going to go ahead and welcome up my mentor, Chairman 25, Mike Sotero.
Awesome, awesome. Steve, can you hear me?
You're good, man. Thank you.
All righty. Well, hey, let's open up the chat real quick. Guys, drop a number one for Mr. Steve Max. This is about to be an absolute huge week for that individual. Just drop a number one for some appreciation because he explained that, the right way. Like Steve said, my name is Mike Sotero. All right, awesome. My name is Mike Sotero. I'm 25 years old. And 3 years ago, I saw trading for the first time. I saw, cryptocurrency that got my attention. And I just started to get educated, okay? And I had an individual, a good friend of mine, now one of my best friends, Mr. Jason Brown, invite me to a call like this, share the information that I'm about to share with you. 3 years ago, it was July of 2017, and it just made sense. So if things make sense, they tend to usually, make some money. And, just to kind of piggyback on what Steve just said, today, PayPal, which everybody knows what PayPal is, they confirm that they are now going to they have 320 million customers that they are going to be selling. Okay. They're going to be selling digital currencies on their site. Okay. You know what that means? It means price is about to start to move. That means more volume, more volatility. So when has it ever been a better time to get educated about these markets than right now? So, Steve, kind of gave you the intro. Now I'm going to go and show you guys the back office. I'm going to show you the back end, and I really challenge you and encourage you to stay focused, right? Have a pen, have a piece of paper, write down your questions, because my mentor, Mr. Matthew Rosa, is about to join the call here in a second, an individual who's earned, multiple 8 figures, okay? Multiple 8 figures, and he's going to be on here. So I'm going to break this down into 3, categories, right? Steve, intro talking about the Forex market, the digital currency market. Well, people go, well, Mike, where do I learn this stuff? Okay. I Am Mastery Academy on July 4th will be 7 years old. See, this is not a startup. This wasn't created during this quarantine process. This is a well-established company. Okay. The company has write this down, almost 300,000 students all around the world. And it's the biggest financial literacy, financial education company in the world. So Mike, where do I begin? Okay, write this down. There's 3 pillars, 3 phases, whatever you want to, go into. Okay, number 1 is the academy. Okay, whether you want to learn about Forex, FRX, I'm going to go into it. HFX, it's a higher frequency style of trading, more toward option trading. And then digital currencies. Now in September, not a lot of people know this or have seen this. We are going into drop shipping, e-commerce, Shopify. How cool would it be to open up a store, that's producing $200 a month in revenue, $500 a month in profit, and be able to give that to your mom so she can use that money to pay off her car or to pay a mortgage or whatever it is. Okay, we're going to show people how to automate their own store. See, we're not taking your money and we're not investing your money. Okay, we're going to show you how to fish for a lifetime. So people say, well, Mike, what's the first step? Okay, I'm going to go into the Forex Academy and I'm going to click the first video.
Will trade daily around $7 billion US.
Okay, now when I got involved, I knew none of this. Okay, I dropped out of college actually, after about 2.5 years. And I can tell you that I was so scared to trade for 3 years because I thought you had to be good at math, which is just not true. Okay, so this will be the starting point. Guys, you could literally get started tonight and go through the 100 and 200 series videos and be ready, okay? Be ready to start looking, at the live trading and the live education. Okay, these videos are not long. They're like 3 to 5 minutes. So the academy will help you, or the academy will take about 90 minutes to about an hour and a half to 2 hours to complete it. Not that hard, not that long, okay? People will, well, Mike, how long is it going to take me to make money? How long or how coachable and teachable are you? See, if you're somebody that can't follow directions, this may not be for you. But if you're somebody that comes into this that says, Mike, I'm willing to learn, then this is going to be for you. Because my question, all around the world, I've been to 17 countries. I've been to Ecuador, Peru, London, Spain. I've been all around the world showing people this platform. If we could help you make an extra $1,000 a month or an extra $500 a month, would you be open to really taking a look at this? And the answer is most people say yes, because that's full-time money in most countries, okay? So here's step 2, okay? After you go through the academy, we have something what we call is go live. Now, this is like the Netflix for trading, the Hulu for trading. We have educators in all of these languages. I'm just going to leave it on English. Hopefully, you speak English on this call right now, at least, okay? And you guys can see right here, documentation beats conversation. 66,000 views this week, 52,000 views this week, 33,000. Those are people just like you that have a username and password that you're going to get access to when you get involved and that are watching these sessions. Let's see if anybody's on right now. Great. So we have Jimmer, Christian, and Oren. These are educators live right now. For those that know who Mr. Bob Proctor is, go look Mr. Bob Proctor up tonight. If you don't know who he is, The Secret, worth hundreds of millions. Go look up Bob. Bob is a official educational partner of our platform. But let's go into Jimmer's session. Jimmer is actually a part of my team, a part of my organization, and he's trading live.
Moving averages.
So now, Mike, what does this mean? It means that you're going to have your own money in your own account, and you can get on these sessions and do 2 things. Learn how to trade, learn how to make money for yourself, but also have the ability to earn while you're learning. Okay, that's what separates us from everybody else. See, we have no competition. This is the biggest trading education company in the world. We don't make money on your trades. You have full control over your money. And when you get started trading, check this out. When you get started trading, you can trade with fake money. So you have literally no risk in these markets when you first get started. Everything is recorded, and you have a live chat box. I just put something in there right now as people are asking questions. Okay, if you click Christian session, he's live right now looking at the markets. Okay, he's trading, binary options live in front of everybody. Oren Wright, who was a janitor in New York City, grew up dirt poor, an extremely successful trader. He's literally right here.
Man.
And you get access to all of this. And then here's phase 3, before we bring up my mentor, one of my best friends, Mr. Matt Rosa, to the call. And I'm going to go back from the beginning so you guys can see it. It is the strategy. So while you're learning, okay, see, username, password. This is all you need. This is what you're going to get when you get involved. And I'm going to show you how to get it for free here in a second. And you're going to go through the academy. You're going to get on Go Live. But here was the best thing that I saw with this company 3 years ago when I got involved, is that you have the ability, number 1, to make money without selling and without recruiting. Guys, how many companies are selling tea and coffee and potions and lotions? And if you don't sell, you don't make any money. Not that those companies are bad, but it's a model that not a lot of people buy into. Okay, I was tired of doing that. I did that, made a lot of money, lost a lot of money, didn't save a lot of money, and I was never educated on how money works. Here we're going to show you how money works and how you can stop working for money, but you can have money work for you. Okay, that's the trick to get to that right side of the quadrant that Steve talked about. So in trading, okay, you're going to have 3 things. Steve talked about the point system on how the markets, move. But in trading, you're going to have 3 things that determine how to take a trade. You need to have an entry point. You need to have a stop loss, and then you need to have a take profit. Now, let me show you guys a trade that we caught last week. Let's go to Euro JPY. We can just pull up any one of these. Okay, so we can use this as an example. Okay, this was a trade that was caught out last week on Euro AUD. So, Mike, what are we trading? We're trading currencies, okay? This is the euro compared to the Australian dollar. Now, just look right here, and you see that entry number right there. Now, can you copy this number, and this number into your phone? Oh, didn't mean to do that. And if you can copy those 3 numbers from the harmonic scanner into your phone, you have the ability to take a trade. Now, Steve talked about the point system. Guys, this trade in 2 days and 9 hours went 136 points. Well, Mike, how do I make money? Let's say you put $100 in your account, trading account, and you took this trade at 10 cents a point. I'm not the smartest person, so I had to do a calculator to figure this out, before, but 10 cents times, let's just say 100 points, you would have made $10. Guys, in 2 days, you would have grown your account 10%. Now, am I promising or telling you that's going to happen for you? Absolutely not. But I've witnessed my father, who is a retired police officer from Miami Beach, 27 years in law enforcement, literally get started 2 years ago. He has a PhD. Know nothing about nothing. Lost 8 properties in 2008, right? Wasn't educated, call it what it is. Got educated here, and what his monthly pension is from the police department earns every couple of days in the markets trading. That's not an income claim, it's a fact at this point. It's not a theory, it's a fact. 6 people involved in my family, my younger brother, 2 of my aunts, my cousins, all doing this because I made a decision to get started and to take this thing seriously 3 years ago. Okay, all day, right? All day. Todos los días in Spanish, right? Every single day, this scanner. I was on a call with one of my teams a couple hours ago, and we called out this trade, USD CAD. It was a buy right here. Boom, this thing is up 60 points in 5 hours. Guys, at $10 a point, that's $600 in 5 hours. Well, there's a risk to trading. Ladies and gentlemen, there's more of a risk to not trade, to not do this, to not say yes. Okay, because whoever invited you is not here to sell you on this. See, they're going to be able to make money trading whether you get started or not. And guys, we have all of these different strategies that you're going to get access to when you get involved. So, with that being said, I'm gonna step out of the way here in a second. But I want to show you guys how to get started. I want to show you guys how to get this thing for free. And most importantly, I want to show you guys, or I want to introduce you to somebody who has literally changed my life, right? Somebody who I met when he was, sleeping, in his fiance's car and has now created an empire and is now one of the top 5 earners in an industry of 150 million people. How many people want to hear from him? You can look him up on the internet. But before we bring up Mr. Matt Rosa, I want to show you guys how to get started. Okay, I want to show you guys how to get started because I've been all around the world, like I said, and I've seen courses. I've seen people selling garbage for 5, 10, 20 grand. People that say they're going to teach you how to trade. And they sign you up for this $20,000 program and they leave you in the dust. Seen it time and time again. Some in third world countries, and that's years of income for people, okay? So to get started here tonight, guys, there's 2 options, $200 or $300. See, it's not a lot of money. Look, there's 2 ways to look at this. Don't leave the Zoom, really listen up. I've been studying wealth for 7.5 years. I've done decent for myself. There's 2 ways to look at this. What does it cost, or what is this going to help me make? Okay, this was a 3-figure decision that Steve Max made, and this week he'll be Chairman 10. 3-figure decision that I made. 3-figure decision that Matt Rosa has made. XYZ later in income. Okay, the elite package gives you everything. So you're saying, Mike, I'm an all-in type person. I want Forex, HFX, DCX. Get started with that, okay? If you're somebody that just wants to learn Forex or crypto or DCX, $234, $174 a month, okay? And I'll show you guys how to get it for free really quick, and then I'm going to introduce Matt, okay? Because the company says this. The company says, hey, if you choose to. Now, in every other company out there, if you're not selling and recruiting, you're not making any money. Guys, in this company, you can get started here tonight, not know anything about trading, never talk to somebody else again. Make sure Matt is on. Never talk to anybody else again. Get started and go create income in the markets. Guys, for like literally 45 days, I did not tell a single person, not even my dad or my mom. Nobody knew I was in this company 3 years ago. But after I took one harmonic scanner trade on a cruise ship, I said, this is what people need, and this is what people are looking for. And this is completely optional, where you can refer to customers, get it for free. I've been all around the world, multiple languages. People love free stuff, right? And if you choose to go beyond this, whoever invited you on this call, they can really show you more of that aspect. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to introduce you guys to one of my best friends, as somebody, you know, who has created a legacy, somebody who's created wealth. And let me bring him up here. Let me find him on, got a lot of people on this Zoom. Are you on the corporate Zoom, Matt? Oh, found him, I think. Let's see if this is Matt Rosa. Boom, he's on the corporate Zoom. All righty, guys, without further ado, take out a pen and paper. If you want to invite some more people to the Zoom, now would be the time. Guys, give it up for Chairman 750. 750, Matt Rosa, on tonight's call.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Mike, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you're
Awesome.
good, bro. You're good.
Well, first and foremost, man, phenomenal job at showing everyone the platform that we utilize here in order to just really put people on game, right? The platform that we utilize here over the course of the past few years, the platform that over 200,000 families, individuals have made the conscious and cognitive decision in order to get started with, right? And if you're on this call still towards this portion, we have a really, 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 really exciting information for you guys. And wherever it is that you're at in the world right now, I hope that you guys are safe. I hope that you guys are healthy, and I hope that you guys are absolutely thriving. My name's Matt Rosa. I'm one of the top leaders here within I Am Master Academy. I've been with the company now since November of 2015. I've been in this industry since 2012, and this thing's completely changed the game for me, right? But we're not here to talk about myself, right? You see, on this call, you learned about two of the largest financial markets in the world, the cryptocurrency, the foreign exchange markets, right? I mean, if it moves in the markets, we can teach you how to trade it, right? You learned about an educational platform that's literally cutting the learning curve for people all over the world. You learned about a 4-step process where you can learn how to trade, not knowing anything about trading, and learn how to trade and become a self-sufficient trader inside of this business. You guys also learned how it is that you can get this business and actually pay for the curriculum, but also how it is that you can get it for free. I want you guys to think about this like an extremely prestigious university, the Yale, a Forex, the Oxford or Harvard of trading, right? And we have the curriculum that's needed. We have the educators that are needed, and we develop a community all around all of this in order for you to just fit right in, right? It's a turnkey situation. And what I love about this is that you don't have to be a rocket scientist. You don't have to have had insane amount of success. You don't have to have had any type of experience in order to really make this thing happen, right? When I first got started inside of this, I had no intention of being on calls like this, 100% transparent with you guys. I had no intention of telling anybody about this business. See, my intention was simple. In November of 2015, I needed to make about an extra $1,000 a month. If I was able to do that, I was going to be in a position where I could keep my head above water and I would be good to go. After about 63 days of utilizing the platform, my business partner, Jason Brown, and myself, we decided to plant our flags here. And we started to tell people about this opportunity. You see, when I jumped into this, I'm a realist. I understand that this is not a get rich quick, right? I'm a realist. I understand that it's money in order to make money, right? And I understood that trading involved risk, and risk meant potential loss. So when I came in with the proper expectations, I was able to really wrap my head around everything that was going on. But truth be told, I wasn't in a position where I could afford to lose any money, right? I understand it takes money to make money, but that's a lot easier said than done. When you don't have a lot of income coming in, when you have more days in the month than you have money in the bank, it's a lot easier said than done. So I was really, really hesitant when it came to trading. I was extremely hesitant, but I understood something. If nothing changed, nothing changed, right? So when I got started with the company and I decided to really start telling people about this business, it was for one reason only, right? I decided to start telling people about this business because I knew for a fact that it didn't matter if they could afford to lose money or not. You see, the marketing platform that this company has created, the way it is that they decide to market this platform completely changed everything for the industry. Let me explain. You see, let's talk about traditional businesses and how they market traditionally. You see, the vast majority of traditional businesses market utilizing billboards, commercials. Some are being progressive and doing online marketing with maybe ads on social media in order to drive traffic. And when something like what we're going on today happens and storefronts close, the digital age really starts to look really good. But more than that, what this company has done, check this out. You see, they understand that those traditional forms of advertising are twice the price for half the results. Yo, really think about it. When's the last time that you walked into a store because you saw a billboard? When's the last time that you listened to a commercial and actually bought something? No. We listen to the people that we like, trust, care, respect, and love the absolute most. So here inside of I Am Mastery Academy, what the company's done is it's created a compensation plan where people like you and I can begin to grow the community, because there's already a community in existence. Either you can be a part of it or you can contribute towards that community, right? The company, what it's going to do is, because you already learned how to get this prestigious university, the monthly subscription absolutely free. That means you introduce a concept to two people that you like, trust, care, respect, and love the most. That monthly subscription's waived. That means everything you're making on top of that is profitable. And I think that everyone on this call can agree profits make sense. But if you decide to take it a step further than there, and you decide that you want to build an organization, you want to build a community, well, the company is going to allocate the money that they would throw in traditional forms of advertising and put it into the pockets of us, the people that are actually growing this business. You see, we've all done forms of marketing in one way or another, right? The difference is whether or not we were paid for it. Just like our money is being traded inside of the markets in one way or another, the difference is whether or not you're being paid for it. You see, our goal is very simple here. Our goal is to enrich, educate, and impact the lives of 1 million customers around the world. We're about 30% of the way there, right? Our goal is very simple here, to bring something that is normally found on Wall Street to the main street. Our goal is very, very simple here, right? It's not just to make you money, but to teach you as to why it is that you're making that money. You see, if we can give you a fish, we're only going to feed you for a day. But if I could teach you to fish, you're going to be able to feed your family for a lifetime. So we're not taking investments here. We're not touching your money. We're giving you that education to be able to do it for yourself. Right? So today you learned about two of the largest financial markets in the world, cryptocurrency, the foreign exchange markets. If it moves in the markets, we can teach you how to trade it. Right? Today you guys learned about an educational platform that people from all over the world are literally jumping on board. Right? Today you learned about the 4-step process that we have, the curriculum that we have, right? In order to becoming a self-sufficient trader, you learn how to get this mission free, right? And you also learn how to trade without the money inside of your bank account. So you have a decision to make. I'm not here, Mike's not here, Steve's not here to change what it is that you do. But we are here to change the way you think. Because if we can change the way you think, it's inevitable that you'll begin to change what it is that you do. We understand that only 1% of the world is trading in the foreign exchange and cryptocurrency market. So we get it if only 1% of the call gets started. But if you are one of those individuals, if you're even slightly thinking about it, you're going to get accessibility to the platform, to mentorship, and a community that's really going to have your back, that's really going to teach you step by step, and that is really going to guide you towards that success. Now, you guys, once again, have a decision to make. With that being said, I encourage you to get with the person that invited you and get answers to the questions that you have, right? Because accessibility towards specific information tends to change situations. So on behalf of I Am Mastery Academy and the squad here, we welcome you to the family, and we welcome you to the financial revolution. It shows here tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Yeah, if you want to go ahead and you want to get this thing for free, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. on Zoom, just like this, feel free to invite somebody to hear about this. You guys take it easy. God bless you guys.